Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. What you see before you now is the Astron Rex 5-shot Tier 8 medium autoloader. And what makes it so special is it has a 50% commander experience bonus for every game just from this tank. So what that means is if you add enhanced rations, you get a 10% bonus. That makes it 60. If you add a 3-star commander, you get another 30 points, which means that 60 turns into a 90. And if your commander with the 3 stars has the quick learner skill already on the board, that'll make it 100% commander experience bonus every game you play it. But it makes the first win of the day in this tank super special because you're going to get the 100% red stripe daily bonus. So your first win is nasty in this one if you have a good game and do enough damage. So those of you who have this tank and maybe haven't played it or didn't think it was that great because you really weren't paying attention to this possibility, there's all different reasons why you may not have been playing this tank. It's a killer tank, and it's one that I play almost every day because you can literally play it every day. It's super useful. Now, this tank was new to us December 2022 as the ultimate season pass tank. And it came with a Krampus 3-star commander, which is hideous. Okay, well, I'm just mentioning that. It was really funny because it was when I was talking to Wrongway. He was telling me, he goes, man, that turret on that tank is really good. It has great armor. I said, it does? Let me go look at it. So I looked at it, and he was right. So it would help a lot if you could leave a like for this video. That would help spread the word through the YouTube algorithm so that people searching will have a chance to see this video. And once they see one of these videos, they'll understand some of the things that I do that they haven't seen from other people. And then that'll help, boost viewership. So it looks like that's about all that we have for an intro. So now it's just time to go and check out this killer game to give you like a better example of how the Astron Rex works and just how good it is. And you have to remember, if you're a better medium player than I am, it's going to be better for you than it was for me. And spoiler alert, it was good for me. So I'd just like to let you know, because medium tanks are not my specialty. But that's okay. If they're your specialty, that's all that really matters. So let's get going and we'll get to the game. Welcome to Overlord. As you know, this is the Astron Rex. A terrific 5-shot autoloader American medium tank. Overlord is always a fun map to me. I like the undulating ground, which provides like little cubby holes or nooks for your tank to hide in sometimes, or to escape from fire. And it's just a lot of good terrain. Some people don't like it, some people do. I'm one of the ones that enjoys this map in general. Because there's a lot of strategies that can be implemented. Sneak attack and stuff like that. I didn't know that guy ever went there. I was just so concerned about what was in front of me that I never recalled seeing him there. And actually, I didn't talk to him until the end of the match. When he just started talking, like, oh, crud, you have a headset. I forgot to ask people if they were wearing their headsets. Normally I ask that at the beginning of the match, but I didn't, and that guy had one, and it was very useful. I kept getting beeped so that guys were targeting me. I had to get the heck out of there because it was just very uncomfortable. And it's those two little light tanks, probably you see there about Fox 8. So, you know, this match is already drifting in their favor. But drifting is a lot different than being in their favor. You know, substantially. I always consider +1 or -1 of the enemy as to being, you know, close to even. And it can fluctuate. You can be +1, and then 30 seconds later you can be -1, or flip it vice versa. So until I get or see a 2-player swing, I don't really get concerned being -1 or +1. Just to give you some kind of you know, mental picture of how I react to this kind of stuff. So here I was just trying to find some decent spots to make shots if I could get it. And, you know, it just wasn't there at this point. You know, just trying to build a feeling for how this map is going. So on the right side I wasn't getting a good feeling about it. So I decided to go left and see what I could do over here. Because if I don't use this autoloader, it's like I'm wasting a valuable resource. So I need to find somebody to drill. Okay, now it's 12-9 us. During the game, I wasn't paying attention to this stuff. Oh, I was here, though. I was trying to go get... that guy got around the corner. I'm like, you freak. So now I got to go over there. And unfortunately, it's going to take a while. Take about 30 or 40 seconds, actually. So I made sure I reloaded the magazine to make sure I had all 5 shots. You never know. But this guy's making his move on artillery. Spoiler alert, I'm about 10 seconds short of where I needed to be to kill this guy and save the artillery. So artillery bites the dust. But that's okay, this guy won't live long enough to tell anybody about it. Okay, maybe 5 seconds. But, you know, that was disappointing. But see, this thing took a big time swing. Now we're down 3 when we were up 2 or 3. And this freaking jerk. These guys are really annoying. I just couldn't get the timing right to fire just in front of him. And so we're losing here. We're -2 when we were winning. But fortunately that guy came to help me. I'm like, oh, well, now it's on, baby. You're about to get a hammer. And I've got my Arnold commander in here, so he's in trouble. If this guy makes a mistake, he is completely toast. Almost caught him right on that building. This is the mistake. He went down the angled ramp. He can't change directions, uphill. If he turns uphill, he'll go to a snail's pace crawl and we'll annihilate him. And that's what happened. And while that was happening, other guys were taking care of business. So now, I was talking to the bulldog that we saw at the very beginning of the match. And so this match was a, back and forth affair. A very closely contested match. So he's over there. The bulldog is over here. And we have at the far north about Bravo 3 is, what is that guy? That guy was the Chrysler K. I think he was, but he could be the 85. I'm not sure which. I don't remember. I think it was the Chrysler K was over there. So we have done quite well. And that other guy, in fact, the Chrysler K, he killed the guy that he was fighting at Bravo 3, which was fantastic. So it was the Chrysler. And so I was telling the bulldog, I said, you know what, I'm going to come up behind you and we'll go get this artillery for sure together. One of us is going to whack him. Doesn't matter. Him, me, I couldn't care less. We were on that verge of losing this match, but that medium guy came back to help me. So that guy took a wrong turn. And he was like, oh no. And I'm like, don't worry, dude, I'll finish this for you. So we got him. Man, it was a crazy match, and that was all because of that light tank that, it was that AMX 176B, I believe is what it's called. Freaking nasty little dude. And here we are at the end of game screen. This is my two-dimensional Arnold. Now he's the same as the 3D, except that he's two-dimensional and the 3D is three-dimensional. But the voice is exactly the same. Both 3 stars. So I was a Team Arnold last Christmas, while the chumps chose Team Mila. Oh man, one of my friends got her and said she just won't shut up. I'm like, sucker. I got Killer Arnold phrases. Get to the chopper. And you're no action hero. So, super fantastic. Now, let's look at the Astron Rex. Killer game, 3 kills, 2,500 damage. Great job. Can't complain about any of that. 27,000 experience. Now, that's because I used a ×4 commander booster for my first win of the day. Actually, it was my first Astron Rex game of the day, which got a win. Jackpotto, so I'm good, and I've already removed the ×4 booster off of my tank if I decide to play it again. What kind of medals do we get? Common stuff. Bruiser, knockout crew members or modules, fire for effect, do more damage than your hit points, the Hand of God. Take damage and survive, but take damage from 4 different guys. Pretty nasty. Duelist, kill 2 guys that caused you damage. Okay, did that. 3rd class badge, nothing spectacular because, man, it's hard to score in this tank now. And as you see, I was up there big time. So it was a really good game. Like I said, it went back and forth. And normally you don't really see that. You're up 1, they're up 1. You're up 2 or 3, they're up 2 or 3. It's like, oh man, that's just, this back and forth business is killing me. But to me, the match was really keyed in on the fact that when I was fighting that freaking EBR dude, that medium came to help me. Normally in these games, guys aren't using headsets, although the bulldog guy was. But not when that guy, I was fighting the EBR, I hadn't talked to that guy yet. So I had no helpers, no voice helpers, no one I could call for help. I was, trying to just get the right angle on him. But that medium guy showed up out of nowhere, which is almost never happens. It just almost never happens. He showed up and the 2 of us whacked that dude. And then I was able to combine forces with the bulldog And so together we went to kill the artillery. And that was like that. So that worked out fine. But it was, to me, I thought the whole game really hinges upon the medium who comes back to defend me. Without that guy, I'm afraid that it's a lost game. And that's why I wanted to show this game, because it was a great comeback, and then a comeback from the comeback that they came back from. See, they came back from being down, and then we were down, and then we came back from being down with the help of that medium. And then all of this encompasses the killer commander bonus of the Astron Rex. So now, let's go take a look at the Astron Rex for those of you who might want to see, hey, what do you got in the Astron Rex? Okay, so let's go see that. Here we are at the Astron Rex. So what do I have here? Now the modules are not changeable. But what do we have? Accuracy on this gun, 0.34. I think that's as good as it gets, because I have set this dude up with equipment and consumables to maximize accuracy, decrease reload, and increase vision as well. So we have the fan, which, the thing you have to remember, if you haven't seen one of my videos before where I explain this, the fan and the enhanced rations, as well as the Born Leader right here. All three of these things do the same thing. So the thing about it that's beautiful is that when you have a commander with Born Leader, you have the fan in equipment, and you have the consumable enhanced rations. All three of those things do the same thing, so you're getting a triple dip of awesomeness. You can have all three, and it really helps drop that reload. So let's look here. Oh, the other thing it also does, in addition to the first three things I told you, is that it changes and increases your turret rotation speed, which you can see here is close to what I consider the standard, goal of having 50, if I can get 50 or higher. 48.73, that's close enough to 50. All right, so I'm not complaining. Now this is an auto loader, 5 shots. So the reload time in between magazines is 26.86. In between the shots, that's a 4-second reload. You can see that right there. But accuracy of this gun, 0.34, is very solid. It's not sniper quality because you're not a sniper, so that's okay. But it's real solid. There's nothing more you can do for this because I have... Okay, actually, yeah, that's correct. So there's the 10% bonus quick learner. This is your reload. This is your aim. And then this is the Born Leader, which takes care of and adds increased reload efficiency, which means a lower time, increased aim accuracy. And that is the end of all of those. You cannot get this Astron Rex any better than a 0.34. That is the minimum deviation, that's fine. When you're in 300 yards or less, that's not a problem. And that's most of the shots, so it's no big deal. So that's just to give you, an idea of how I've got this set up. But anyway, let's look at this. So equipment, we have, the crew, this is crew stuff, the fan. The first thing I put on there, though, is I put on advanced armor, minus 5% damage. Then after that, I did whatever. I really put on the fan, and I went with tracks because I like being fast. 50, if I can get 55 in a medium, I'm very happy. Or ballpark of that number, which I'm 57, so that's fine. I also have advanced optics. So you have a 475 view range, which is great. Now the other thing I have that affects, And sometimes you get to experiment. So with this setup on the Astron Rex, you have a choice of using medicine to protect your crew, or you can go, and let me show you, you can go gasoline, because gasoline also, you'll see on the right hand side, it says, sorry, here we go, right here. You get 10% horsepower, 10% turret rotation speed is the passive. You don't even have to use it. It's always there. Okay, so what does that mean? We had 48.7 something. Geez, that means we're going to add almost 5 to it. So it's going to be almost 53, right? Ah, you idiot. All right, there we go. Let's go here. Now let's do this. So 53.6. If I use gas, my rotation of my turret goes to the above average. That would have helped a lot against that light tank. So that's one of the things I was going to think about doing that, and I didn't, and you saw what happened. I needed help. So, it's a trade-off. If you take the first aid and use that, you become vulnerable with a slightly slower turret rotation. If you add the gasoline, you'll be faster, which is good. You'll also have better turret rotation, which is good. But if you get a crew whacked, you're screwed on that one. So it's just one of those things. It's a chocolate or vanilla. You can't have both. You can choose one or the other, and they're both great. But you just have to make the executive decision. It's like, well, I want to protect myself against rogue light tank attacks like that 176B. So I didn't have that, but I wanted to give you the insider view of the Astron Rex so you could see exactly what I have in this tank. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this helped you do stuff. And if you have the Astron Rex, maybe this will give you an incentive to go after it and, try to play it yourself and get this killer commander stuff done. Like what I do is I play 1, 2, 3, however many games I feel like I need to play. If I'm only feeling like playing 3 in a day, well, I play a 3 that day and then go something else. So I like to do this business early so that I do commander work a little bit every day. And if I do a little bit of commander work every day, then I don't have to go, oh, dude, I don't have a good enough commander for brand new tank, whatever that would be. And so I got to go work on commanders. Oh, you don't want to do that. It's so boring. You want to combine this where keep it fresh, keep it fun. Maybe 1 game today, maybe 8 games tomorrow. Who knows? It's up to you. But you won't be feeling pressure to do it when you're doing it every day. It's like, yeah, no big deal, whatever. So, it just varies from day to day. Some days I'm closer or whatever, because there's contract stuff, long hauls if you're doing that, platoon stuff with your buddies, whatever floats your boat. Every day is different. So just, do whatever works for you each day. So I hope you like this video. Please tell your friends. That'll give them a chance to like and subscribe. I got more stuff to do. I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you again real soon.